So the design brief for this project, we originally were asked to take a stance on beauty and then evolve that into a physical form.
My definition of beauty was beauty can be found within the balance of comfort and tension.
Beauty is something that you can't always see.
Not necessarily the way something looks or how it finishes.
Lines and forms and textures that come from natural forms.
When organization becomes scarce and chaos reigns, there lies a beauty in the depths of perception.
You look at a flower, it's beautiful, and then you get closer and you can see the details of it.
It's how it got to that point, the path it takes.
I found the spontaneity of the line and the curvature and the twists of broken glass to be beautiful.
Things like coral, or like the constant form happening over and over again, but with slight variation.
Leaves and cactuses and cattails.
I was kind of trying to look for more of a formula than an application of beauty. I was trying to find the universal formula for beauty.
There was several things that you need to know when you go into a design project, and we had it down to pretty much three. There are the needs that the user has, and then there are the aesthetic concerns, and then there are the concerns having to do with the materials that you're making something out of and how you make it manufacturable. When we had the opportunity to work with Corian, we really jumped at it because that was the third piece of the puzzle. Corian's been, it hasn't been exploited in design as much as I think it should be. And I think one reason for that is there aren't a lot of designers who are prepared to take advantage of the different ways that you can fabricate it or use it.
It's a type of material which doesn't associate itself directly with only one process. It's sort of a material in search of a process. Each of these students took a different approach to how to make use of this kind of unique material.
Initially you design free of restrictions, and then you see how you can work it better to work with the material.
Well, I personally went into all different inspiration and seeing what Corian can do and what other people have done with it.
It's hard to get started with. It's it's very angular and something that's usually used in just countertops.
The formability that you can heat it up and you can mold it and you can create things that aren't straight.
Corian has this amazing ability to be adhesive together and to be carved, and all the seams are flawless.
It's an incredibly durable material. It's a sustainable material in the fact that it never kind of really degrades.
It's non-microbial, so it's any different situation, it completely cuts down on the cleaning aspect of it.
At the same time, there are a lot of limitations with the weight.
When you bend Corian, it'll get these stress marks.
And in that way, Corian starts to really behave like a natural material. That's a cool thing in and of itself.
You get into difficult areas when you start to take an idea and take it to its extreme. But unless you take it to its extreme, you really don't find out what constitutes success. The really exciting pieces are the ones which really border on failure.
When I see something like Trevor's sushi tray, which really uses the capability of the material in a very simple yet elegant way, it really takes what some people think of as liabilities for the material and turns them over and makes them opportunities.
For the actual making of, you cut out a rough blank, you heat this up, it'll get flexible as it gets the temperature that it needs to be, and then you have to pull a sheet out, stick it on the form. You've got another part of the mold's two parts. Put that on there, put that in a press, and then you have to clamp the press so that it forms the sheet to your shape.
An additional role of designers, a traditional role, has been sort of almost a mediation.
Working with the fabricator was definitely a learning experience.
I would send them my dimensions, and then they would send me what they could do and their dimensions back.
We're working with certain budget constraints, and so we sourced it out to a whole bunch of different people and finally found the right fabricator.
Things you take for granted or things that you think take 5 minutes to do, don't.
Developing my ideas with their engineers and to kind of bring our ideas together to create something. It was challenging, but they made it really a great learning experience.
People who have been out designing in the world for decades know just how precious it is to find those people that know something that you don't know and be able to communicate well with those people and get them to do the thing that you can't do. And it's real collaboration, and you both celebrate afterward.
Working with Corian, I think that it brings an opportunity for many products and other things that we could bring the material to.
Where this one project for school stopped, I've now got this range of ideas for something that, whether it'll become products or whether it'll become some sort of art installation, I'm not sure, but it's exciting, and I have more to go on it. My name is Trevor Walsh, and my piece is Umote, which is a sushi tray.
Hi, my name is Seton Spot. I designed the Corian fence for the Life Plus exhibit.
My name is Julianne Magliaro, and my project's name is the Spazzato Table.
My name is Jeffrey Steele, and I designed the Corian Fountain Cascade.
My name's April Delia, and I created Bubble Wall.
My name is Dan Weathers, and I designed the living bed.
My name is Adrian King, and I designed the Corian umbrella stand.
I'm Eric Holzer, and I'm the designer of the Atrio entryway bench.